In this custom village world, we are going to add the Leatherworker's house. We're going to build it up together, put it into the village, and then I'm going to release it for download. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Village World series. In this series, I am creating a custom house for each of the individual villager professions. Plus, we're going to do some villager professions that don't exist later on. Keep watching this space. And then I give the opportunity to download the house schematics and also the individual villager world between each episode, so as it grows you can see it grow too. If you are one of my redstone patrons or above, you have access to that download file, and you can go into the Discord. The link is in the description below. Anybody can go in there, it's completely free, and you can see how you can do that. Now this week we're going to go and see if we can find someone who likes playing with cows, well, at least their skin, because this week it's the Leatherworker. I think we're going to play with this palette today. We've got the standard stones. I've pulled in some stripped birch wood as well as the oak, because I think that the stripped birch wood coupled with some spruce, the stone and the oak might look really quite nice. Obviously we've got the other detailed blocks, and with it being the Leatherworker, we've got to have a cauldron. Let's crack on. The first thing I want to do is set the floor. This is going to be the internal floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then starting with that block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start with that block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Create 5 across. That should be 13. So if I count this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Thank goodness for that. Let's fill this in. One filled in podium, and then I want to come in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then that one go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one go there. That should have 3 in the middle. Brilliant. Then 1, including this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we've made ourselves a fat T shape, I hope. Yes, we have. That looks okay. So in my head, that's how the floor and the footprint is going to be. We're going to change things up a little bit, and we're going to use spruce instead of oak for our support logs. I just thought this is going to look ever so slightly different to the other ones that I always use the oak. I thought the spruce might spruce it up just a little bit. And around the outside, yeah, you're not imagining things, I'm using stripped birch log. Now, I'm not normally a big fan of the birch wood, but there's not going to be too much of it. And it's just going to have enough offset against that spruce to look like there's a decent contrast. I like that quite a lot. And then with stone or cobblestone, I'm going to come out 1, 2, and 3. 2, 3, 4, and that 2. That I think is what I'm looking for. And then I want to come out 3 with a wraparound kind of gazebo come porch area. So if I come out 3 all the way along here, there, and also there, is that going to be too far? I think if we come out to there, that should be enough. And then I just got to fill this in too. So that's the wraparound porch area. I'm now going to pop a log there. 1, 2, 3, a log there. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be the end. Yes, it is. That's good. Pop that at the end so that's in line with that. 1, 2, 3. And a block there. Then I'm going to get some stairs, and we're going to have a dual entrance to this porch. So that's going to be the one entrance. We'll come across with some upside down steps just to give it a nice finish all the way along here, and then we're going to go up there. We then need to raise up these spruce logs one more so as they hit proud of this porch area, and that is a decent start. Now what I want to do is I want to bring these pillars up. Now these pillars are going to come up a lot higher than the other ones. So the other ones are going to be 6 high. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The same with all the others except for the end 2. I'm also going to bring some new pillars in here. 1, 2, 3, and break that up. They should be just on the inside of that 5, which they are. This one is going to come up another 5, so it should be level with that. Same with this one. Level with that. That's perfect. Right, now these ones need to come up higher. These are going to come up 13. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Same for this other one. Brilliant. And now we're going to cross beam these two here and then cross beam all of these across from here. Brilliant. Now we're going to raise this block to the height of this. And then opposite it, which is the just next to that, we're going to do the same. So that comes up to the top. And that is the frame of our house. Now we've built up the skeleton, the frame of the house, we need to get the walls in. We need to get a little bit more structure so it looks like a house. Some floors in the second level, which won't be very big, but it will be a little second level. And also bring up the level of that stone area, that stone horseshoe there, so that can become a bit of a dunk tank for the leather worker to be able to dip his leathers in prior to using them in the cauldron for more detailed work. Let's crack on with that now. Most of that structure is in there now, but not nearly enough detail just yet. We need to up that, especially on that big blank wall on the side there. We'll do something with that in just a minute. I want to come inside because the inside is just empty, massively empty. We've got to do something with that. You can see we've got this door kind of dangling in the middle of a wall there. That row underneath the door needs to be the floor of the second level, which is going to expose this beam, but that's okay because we're going to cover that beam over anyway with some extra detail, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's get ourselves up to the second floor. I thought I'd take advantage of the big blank wall, at least the bottom end of it, to be able to build a staircase that comes all the way around, hopefully avoiding these windows. Obviously we don't want to cover up the windows with any steps, that would be crazy. If I pop step there, those like that, and then bring in step there, and step there, I can put that block there, curve around again, and put a step there and a step there. That brings me up to the right level. If I then underpin both of those, bring in planks all the way around here to block that off. This then gives me the correct level for the second floor, the mezzanine as it will become. If I bring this completely over like that, does that allow me to travel down? Yes, it does. And I want to come up there, I think. That's great. I'm happy with that. I might actually turn that into an upside down step just to make that access look a little more comfortable. But as we come around, that looks absolutely fine. I'm going to remove this log here because we're going to build ourselves a little support beam like that, because that just tends to make it a lot easier for you to get a balustrade that goes around this side here. That oak fence to do, I can still get access out here. That's perfect. Now what I want to do is get rid of that because that doesn't quite work, and put that there. I'm a little worried that's going to make the outside look a bit weird underneath there. That's okay, because we can do some texturing on these walls and that will hide itself up naturally anyway. I'll pop that wall back. There we go. So now I've got to decide how far across do I want this mezzanine level to go, because it's going to be relatively blocked off with this gable. So I don't want it to go too far. I do, however, want it to cover up all the way along here. So I'm going to fill that part of the gable out like that, and I'm going to come along, I think, probably the entirety of that inner gable, and maybe to the edge of it like that. Does that work? That probably will work. I think I'm happy with that. We can then put some upside down steps on there just to give it an edge again, put in some fence, and that means that we can't fall off and kill ourselves. And we do have a bit of a broken gable here which we need to fix up. If I get rid of these, that can come across like that. That can come up and out like that. And then we need to just kind of finish off that roof area like that. I think that is probably going to work. Let's come inside this part. Yeah, all we need to do is just add a bit of step there to cover that over, and I think we are good. Does that could use that. We've got this open area here still also. So if I bring that over like that, and that fulfills what we need there. I might need just to tidy that up a little bit, because I think that's just a little bit scrappy. That's a little better with the stepped edge there, I think. I'm going to pop a bed in here, and we're also going to get his crafting table and 3 chests for a little bit of storage. Nothing more than that. I think he's a fairly meagre man. He's not going to have loads of money, so he's going to have relatively simple bedroom. I will detail this up a little bit more before we finish though. Back downstairs, if I go the right way, we've got all of this open area here that we want to detail out to make his living and working space. So in order to do that, I'm going to get a crafting table in there. I want to get the cauldron in, obviously, because that's what's going to be important for him. We'll get a cauldron in there. I'm going to fill it with water, because it's not a lot of use unless it's got water in it. And then we're going to create a workstation that moves from the crafting table all the way across these windows like this. So it's a bit of a platform there. I'm going to get some item frames with some leather. We're going to put item frames on all of those, and leather there, and there. We're going to turn that leather so it's like that. So here he's working on his leather stuff. We are going to put him in a little chair, going with the dark oak, which is the theme throughout these entire builds, like that. So he's not eating his leather, he's working with his leather, and we're going to detail it up a lot more in here too. However, now I'd like to do something with this area right here. Our leatherworker has got his home now. It's a little more detailed. It's got all of the bushing, etc. And this big flat wall is no longer big or flat. Inside, We've detailed it out a little bit. We've not gone over the top, but we've got a little bit of living space now. He's got a little working area there. Plenty of drying leathers there on the wall. We've got some paintings. We've got a nice open fireplace that comes on two sides. His working environment with little tables, and upstairs he's got his little mezzanine level with his bedroom and a little bit more decoration. I think he'd be quite pleased here. All we got to do now is get it into the village. We're walking through the village area now, all the way past the stonecutter from the farm. You can see we've got the house in front of us there, and we've already got a few leather workers bouncing around on the front porch because they're so happy to be here. Yeah, I'm just going to float up so you can see what we've done. So we've just literally plopped it right next to the butchers there. Makes sense, I guess. The cows from the butchers could possibly come over and have the leather workers use their skills to basically take the skin from it. We've also got these poor cows, which are future leather jackets. Got this area as a working area in the back here. I've just sprinkled around a little bit of redstone to look like dots of blood, but a relatively simple plop in that, and I'm quite happy with it. One Leatherworker's house available for you to come and download as both a schematic and also as an entire world download for this entire world. This world is going to grow and grow as we add more houses and more detail to it over the coming weeks and probably a couple of months, I suspect. You can get these downloads if you are a Redstone patron or above, and the Discord will have all of the details on how you can achieve that. Discord link is in the description below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making it. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.